So, folks, we of course have to talk about Virginia redistricting, which, it's just a fun little story from tonight. And I, for one, take great pleasure in seeing it play out. Because earlier today, of course, Donald Trump panicking on the eve of another Democrat redistricting effort. Uh, Posted on Truth Social at 5:50 a.m. Virginia, vote no to save your country. And well, let's take a look. How did Virginia vote today, in particular? Oh, Virginia passed the redistricting map by about 90,000 votes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We did it. Yet another redistricting effort succeeds for the Democrats. And I do want to point out to folks that all of the Republicans screaming about how unfair it all is, and I want to be very clear here. They are screaming about how unfair it is. It really is so egregious that Virginia's wealthiest residents are straight up trying to steal voting power from the state's rural and working class voters. From now until eternity, any Virginia Democrat who says I support the working class or even I support our farmers should be asked, then why did you support disenfranchising them?
I believe in the great Virginia that was once promised to us. All hail the Dommy Mommy Titty flag. NGL, the Republicans crying about Northern Virginia has been very funny, very funny.
Almost every county in Virginia moved hard to the right compared to 2025 and even 2024. Most of rural Virginia appears poised to perform Trump's margins by enough to shift the entire state to no. If Nova followed suit as well, but Nova did not follow suit. Most Northern Virginia counties moved to the left of 2024, and that's the ballgame. Virginia is under hostile occupation. We are ruled out of Fairfax County, and there's nothing we can do about it. Yet again, conservatives constantly complaining about the fact that Nova, Northern Virginia, they are constantly complaining about the fact that more people live in cities than live in the countryside. Full stop, like that's it. Full stop. The complaint is all of these Democrat counties where there are cities where millions of people live. Look at them in a democracy having a say in how their state is governed. Like that's crazy. Like, yes, in a democracy, the majority of people should have a say in how their state is run. People don't vote, land does. I don't know. Like, this is crazy.
Skill diff. Get wrecked, noobs. Cry about it.
Indeed, a ridiculous way to do constitutional change. Among many other things, it is absurd that 50% plus one of the vote can amend the Virginia Constitution. It's insane that the majority of voters can amend the Constitution. Why is it insane that a majority can alter the Constitution? Now, it seems pretty reasonable, actually. In a democracy, governance by the people and of the people. That doesn't seem strange to me. It's insane only because they lost. Very true, the Brave Ambiance. And exactly, Paladin. They didn't give a fuck about disenfranchising cities like Austin and Houston and San Antonio. Of course not. With the Texas redistricting, it was all very different. Very, very different. But every Republican state must redistrict. Do unto the Democrats as they've done to the Virginians. Any Republicans who refuse to comply should be primarily removed from office. Now is not the time for cowards. We need men and women of courage. And I just want to point out the math on this, if you actually bother to do it. If all democratically run states redistricted and all Republican states redistricted, Democrats would win every election, every national election from now until the end of time. The thing you are advocating for is bad and will not help you. Apologies if my voice sounds a bit different. I'm a bit sick at the moment, by the way. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and leave a comment. Comments longer than 8 words really help. In the algorithm, for whatever reason, go check it out. Go try it. Give it a shot. Okay? Northern Virginia / Fairfax is already represented by Democrats. They voted to take away the representation of the rest of Virginia because they hold them in complete and utter contempt. I mean, a wild way to talk about the majority of a state voting together to change the Constitution. That is the process. You lost an election, and you're just like, you voted to disenfranchise people. That's how the system works, sweaty. One of the reasons they're really aggressively fighting this and butthurt about Virginia is that mathematically they're running out of places to do anything of value because so much of their congressional foothold is based on small rural states where they already have 100% of the representation. Well, yeah, that and the fact that, like, not only are they running out of space to do anything, like the places where they have done stuff, where, like in Texas, for example, where they redistricted, like with the amount of swings we're seeing in special elections, if that holds true through the midterms, like we could see some of these gerrymandered Republican states flipping blue. Like the gerrymandering does not make it a foolproof thing. And they treated it like it was, and they're doing this because Donald Trump ordered them to. And it is also one of the things that could be the very tool of their own destruction. Like, of course, you created an arms race when Donald Trump started this redistricting battle, and that arms race was not going to end well for Republicans when it began, and they knew it, which is why they weren't trying to do it until Donald Trump stepped in and told them with his big, stupid face to do all of this. And now they're fucking themselves actively. They dummy-mandered themselves too much. Exactly. Yeah, Indiana stopped the process because, like, if they did, they are completely boned. So this is just Republicans getting exactly what they were told they would get if they went down this road. They crammed 70,000 third world refugees into Virginia so they could buy their ballots. It's that simple. Democrats won this referendum on the strength of their mail-in vote margin. While it was only 11% of the vote so far, it was an astonishing and almost inexplicable yes plus 45. That translates to about 5 points in the overall margin, which is more than Times estimated yes 3.3. That's why it's called an estimate, bruv. Also, if your argument is, well, they put 70,000 people in there, well, the margin was greater than 70,000. So even if you threw out all 70,000 of those votes, this still would stand. Democracy dies in dark blue Fairfax County. Like, these people are all fucking jokes, man. They're all crumbling in real time. And it's like, well, why is that happening? Why is the Republican Party, like, cratering so hard? And I just have to look around and say, hey, maybe it's because you've normalized guys like this. Ohio gubernatorial candidate with a rifle invites Vivek Ramaswamy to play Cowboys and Indians. Hey, Vivek, you want to play Cowboys versus Indians? His name's Push, by the way. And he held his events in beer halls. One guess as to his political outlook. Like, goddamn. Don't worry, it's Feather, not Dot. Using discriminatory words to differentiate between an indigenous person and an individual from India. Dot referring to the bindi that some Hindus and Jains wear. And yes, in this ad, he is shooting a gun. That's just what the Republican Party is now. You know?
You're forgetting that Republicans don't believe in math, only Israel and mango madness.
I mean, true.
Well, if a gun control bill lands on my desk, my veto pen is never going to run dry of ink. In fact, I might just be like Tom Selleck and Quigley Down Under and put a few holes in it at 500 yards just to make a point. Well, if a gun control...
Like, this is where, like, the Republican Party is right now. Like, oh, okay, you know, maybe he's, maybe he's got some good ideas, guys. Maybe he's, just kind of a cool dude. Look, he's got cool sports cars. Maybe he's just a guy's guy, you know? The kind of guy who likes to drive around in a sports car, shoot guns, drink beer, and, also just...
See, I know Vivek Ramaswamy ain't no gun guy because he doesn't have a hat like this.
the ATF is gay.
Let's see. Beretta 92 at 45 yards. Let's see.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, bud.
Meanwhile, they've been pushing cum control perpetually.
I mean, yeah. Also, Saki Tanuki, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. This is an actual post that he made. Quote, this is from Casey Push, a GOP candidate for governor running in the primary right now against Vivek Ramaswamy. And I'm just going to read it to you. Tonight, I'm honored to be speaking at a Christian conference in Ohio. I'm not Hindu, so can someone please explain this photo of Vivek to me? Also, why are foreign Indians threatening my favorite steak joint on Saturday night? I'm still going, though. Gonna drive the Viper from the Mid-Ohio racetrack. Vote push. And the H-1B visa grift. And this, in fact, is the image he posted of Vivek. Photoshopped. Like, this is what is taken as, like, a reasonable guy who's capable of running in, like, GOP politics right now. This is from April 16th. This isn't from even that long ago. I gasped. It's genuinely, like, astonishing. Vivek, the divine feminine. It's just, the hood-off nature of the current GOP cannot be underestimated, you know? It's 12-year-old behavior. Yeah, but 12-year-old behavior in an adult man, that's, like, it's just, it's uncorrected racism from the 12-year-old that then matured into the racism hardened of an adult man. God.
Man, I would feel really disrespected if I were Vishnu to be associated with Vivek.
And yet, like, this is, I'm not here to, I'm not a fan of either of these guys, but, like, let's be real. The fact that this level of racism has been normalized and to some degree accepted within the Republican Party, it's all downstream of Donald Trump. It's all downstream of Donald Trump going out in front of everyone and talking about how, like, the Somalis have low IQ. Like, that, it's just racist bullshit, and it's all trickling down from the top. Trickle-down economics doesn't work, but trickle-down racism, absolutely a thing. It creates a permission structure. And this is one of the reasons, by the way, that I am afraid going forward into the future and why wins like in Virginia are such a big deal, because wins in Virginia make it more likely that we are going to see kind of a dissolution of the Republican Party to an extent as it continues to radicalize but shed followers, which is kind of the argument that I've made as to the way things may go in the future, which is that the Republican Party continues to radicalize around folks like Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, etc. As that process continues, you're going to have these different disaffected former Republicans, going into the Democratic Party, and that's where you're going to really see this kind of Democratic civil war take on a new and larger form. And that's where the real kind of distinctions are going to be. And so all I'm saying is I'm glad that there are now more institutional barriers from this becoming like a dominant strain within American politics. And I hope to God that it's on the way out. Anyway, folks, this is why you need to organize. You need to organize on a local level, because otherwise, that guy is fucking organizing. That guy who's posting memes like this is organizing. He's showing up at local political events. He's showing up to to try and get other conservatives elected on the local school boards. Okay, he's showing up. And if you don't show up, your community can become dominated by guys like this. And you might not even know about it until the shit starts hitting the fan. Okay? So join your local Dems, join your local DSA, make your local Democrats more progressive, consider it a takeover of the local party to get you, a socialist or a communist or, some kind of sock dem. Consider it a takeover of the Democratic Party on the local level to take it away from corporate Democrats and, neolib Democrats and take it over. That machinery is there and available for you to take power. Use it. Use it. Make your community better. Make your DSA more effective. Join your local DSA as well. If you don't know how to take those first steps, join our Discord, reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems, reach out to Gamergy for help with your local DSA, or you can jump on over to riverboat.gg right over here and talk to them yourselves over there. Because our goal is to help onboard you into this fight, to help make it easy for you to get involved with efforts to take over your local, school board, to efforts to make your community better. We want to empower you to have that agency and do the things. And we have people who can help you do that. So get involved. And also, if you're getting anything out of this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, leave a comment. Comments longer than 8 words really help in the algorithm. And also, folks, do check out ImagenaOlivia.com, gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. I'm wearing it right now. It's super comfortable and also elegant and sexy. Go check it out. It's non-tucking lingerie. Link down below in the description. Go check it out. And let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack.